Mark Lewis, a popular adventure YouTuber, loved to push boundaries. His channel, Beyond the Map, showcased his daring spirit. He explored abandoned buildings, he camped in remote locations. This time, Mark was on a mission for his most daring video yet, stealth camping in the woods near the abandoned Blackwood Manor. Mark had a passion for the outdoors. He craved the adrenaline rush of the unknown. Stealth camping, the art of disappearing into nature, was his latest thrill. The goal was to vanish without a trace. He wanted to become one with the environment. This challenge was more than just camping. It was a test of his survival skills. Blackwood Manor was infamous. Locals whispered tales of tragedy and despair. The manor stood on a hill overlooking the woods. It was a looming presence, even in the daylight. The house had been empty for decades. Stories circulated about the family who once lived there. They had met a tragic end. Adding to the eerie atmosphere, an old cemetery lay hidden in the woods behind the manor. The weathered headstones stood silently. They were a testament to the countless souls laid to rest. The air grew heavy with a strange stillness as Mark ventured deeper into the woods. He chose a secluded spot for his campsite, far from the manor and the cemetery. He wanted to test his courage. There was no better place than Blackwood. As the sun began to set, Mark decided to make himself a latte. He enjoyed simple pleasures even in the wilderness. He pulled out his portable stove and began to heat the water. The woods were silent except for the crackling of twigs beneath his feet. He took a deep breath. The crisp evening air was invigorating. Lost in his preparations, Mark didn't notice the movement at the edge of his vision. A flicker of white, like a wisp of smoke, darted behind a tree. He stopped what he was doing. He listened intently, his senses on high alert. Had he really seen something, or was it just his imagination playing tricks on him? As darkness enveloped the forest, the temperature dropped. Mark sat inside his tent, his camera rolling. He wanted to capture the true essence of stealth camping. Suddenly, he heard a rustling sound outside. He froze, his heart pounding in his chest. He strained to hear over the sound of his own breathing. The rustling grew louder, closer. It sounded like footsteps. Mark slowly unzipped his tent and peered out into the darkness. He saw something moving in the shadows. It was white and ethereal, like a floating mist. He gasped, his mind struggling to make sense of what he was seeing. He wasn't sure if he should run or stay put. Section 5. The figure in the trees. Mark decided to investigate the strange occurrences. He grabbed his flashlight and cautiously made his way through the trees. He could hear the sound of his own heartbeat in his ears. The hair on the back of his neck stood on end. He felt like he was being watched. As he came to a small clearing, he stopped dead in his tracks. Standing at the edge of the woods was a figure. It was tall and slender, and it seemed to be enveloped in shadows. Mark's blood ran cold. He couldn't believe his eyes. Was it a person, or was it something else? Section 6, The Hunt for Answers. Mark uploaded his terrifying experience to YouTube. The video, titled Haunted Camping at Blackwood Manor, went viral overnight. Viewers were captivated by the eerie footage and Mark's genuine terror. The comments section exploded with theories and speculation. Some viewers were convinced that Mark had captured evidence of paranormal activity. They pointed to the white shadows and the mysterious figure as proof that Blackwood Manor was truly haunted. Others were more skeptical, suggesting that the strange occurrences could be explained by natural phenomena. Section 7. A World of Possibilities. The skeptics offered rational explanations for the white shadows. They suggested it could be light reflecting off dust particles in the air. The figure in the trees, they argued, was likely just another camper or a hiker who had stumbled upon Mark's campsite. They emphasized the importance of critical thinking and evidence-based reasoning. However, believers in the paranormal dismissed these explanations as simplistic. They argued that the intensity of Mark's fear and the sheer strangeness of the occurrences could not be easily dismissed. They cited the history of Blackwood Manor and the surrounding woods as further evidence of paranormal activity. Section 8. Viral Fear. Mark's video sparked a media frenzy. News outlets around the world picked up the story. Paranormal investigators descended upon Blackwood Manor, hoping to capture their own evidence of the supernatural. The debate raged on, dividing viewers into two camps. those who believed and those who didn't. The video's popularity had an unexpected consequence. It inspired others to venture into the woods near Blackwood Manor, hoping to have their own paranormal encounters. Local authorities issued warnings urging people to stay away from the area. The legend of Blackwood Manor continued to grow, fueled by fear and fascination. Section 9. The truth remains. To this day, the truth behind Mark's encounter at Blackwood Manor remains a mystery. Was it a genuine paranormal experience, or was it an elaborate hoax? The answer, it seems, lies somewhere in the shadows, hidden among the trees. One thing is certain, the legend of Blackwood Manor continues to captivate and terrify, a chilling reminder that some mysteries are best left unsolved.